GNTM. Welcome everybody to the Meet the Models stream. I'm very...
It's a Sunday.
And now I've got a bloody well start again. I've got a bloody well start again, Bubble. I was right in the middle of saying my sentence. Yes, I was. I was right in the middle of it. I was going to say my sentence. It was going to be so good. And now I've got to start again. I'm all gamed out, Darren.
Shut the fuck up already.
Yeah.
Stop talking.
This
is a library.
Never mind. Tip, tip. Tip, tip. Is that a homemade trifle? Oh, go on then, love. Go on. Chuck something. Fucking icon. Gemma Collins, icon. Team. This is very cheeky behavior. Very cheeky behavior. Now I've got to start again. Now I've got to fucking start again. Ridiculous. And I'm holding secrets on my shelves. Lily Mae, secrets. I'm about to pop the fuck off.
Burp.
What? On demand? Fred, I can't burp on demand. You know that. I couldn't possibly... Fred, no, I couldn't possibly... Fred, no, I couldn't possibly do it. I couldn't. Fred, I couldn't... Daddy, what? No, like, I know you haven't visited in a while. That's why I'm, like, a little shocked to see you. No, you look good. I'm not gonna say that when I'm on camera. I'm not gonna say it if I'm with my friends. No, it's not a good time. It's not a good time. Really? Now? Okay. That's all you get. That's all you get. No, I'm not gonna make it bigger. I'm not gonna make it bigger for you. No, I'm not even gonna talk in that voice. I'm not gonna do it. No. Well, if you want it bigger, you're gonna have to work for it. Okay, that's on you then. That's on you. If you want it bigger, you have to work for it. No, okay, fine. $200, yeah, fine. Tip. Daddy, if I do it any bigger than that, I'm literally going to throw up. No, that's not a fetish. That's not a fetish. Tip. No, that's just weird. Yeah, not a fetish, just weird. Yeah, no, there's a line, there's a distinction. I'm not kink shaming you. I'm not. That's not, no. Burping till I vomit is not a fetish. It's not. Just weird. Yeah. Okay, one more and then leave me alone. I'm literally trying to talk to my friends. Jesus Christ. Mum. No, I wasn't even, no, I wasn't. Okay, but like you don't control me. Okay, but you like don't control me. You don't, but you don't control me. I can literally do what I want. I can literally do what I want. Okay, and that's fine. And that's fine. And you can think that, and you can think that. But I'm still gonna be me, and if you can't accept me for who I am, then you can leave. It's like problem solved. It's actually quite simple. See how you've got 2 feet at the bottom of your body? You can actually turn them around and walk away. Yeah, you can turn them around and walk away. Not hard. It's not hard. No, it's not. You're quite able-bodied at the moment. Yeah, you can turn around and walk away. No, me saying able-bodied at the moment was not a threat, okay? I'm not gonna take, no, I'm not even gonna go there with you. You always take it there. I'm not trying to kill you, okay? I'm not trying to do that. Okay, it was one time. It was one time. You were right there at the top of the stairs. What was I meant to do? What was I meant to do? Not push you? Grow up. You're so dramatic. Sorry, everyone, just, family stuff. Family stuff, Jesus Christ. Anyway, what were we talking about? Should we release this cast? I think we should reveal this cast. I think that's a great idea. So welcome everybody to the model cast, not the model casting, this is the Meet the Model stream. This is a brand new addition to Gobby's Next Model, which I'm very, very excited about. Very, very excited about. So today we're gonna obviously have a look at our mansion, have a look at the chosen backdrops for the season, and then we're gonna meet the models, which I'm very fucking keen for. Usually we do this in episode 1. However, I want episode 1 to kind of stand on its own, as opposed to have this kind of chucked in right at the front and then just kind of like quickly go through it and then get to the models. It feels right to have their own episode, their own space. So for anyone who's brand new here, hello, my name is Aaron, also known as GobbysGayming. I stream over on Twitch and post on YouTube alongside...
I was rooting for you! We were all rooting for you! How dare you!
Exactly. Exactly what I said. Exactly that. So, if you are watching over on YouTube, feel free to join us over on Twitch, which is where we film these live, which is where we're currently filming this. And if you haven't already, feel free to join the Patreon. If you, the little ding, that's perfect, the Patreon, ding. If you haven't, feel free to join the Patreon, where you can get a whole bunch of behind the scenes stuff and also support the stream and also vote for your favorite. There's a whole thing. We'll get into it. And if you are watching this over on Twitch, obviously, hello, you're here now. But feel free to also watch this over on YouTube at a later date. All the links will be down below if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Twitch, they will not be down below, they'll be in the chat. You're welcome. While we're also here, I may need to do this to start off with. Let me just load this. I may need to turn these off before y'all get a little bit too into them. All right, so Daniel, here's your wink. Don't know if you all heard my neck crack just then. That was really fun. What else was I about to say? I think that's kind of all I needed to really cover. If you have not seen the previous 2 episodes, which are our model and build casting, they will already be on YouTube. So feel free to go and watch them out. Watch them out. Watch them out. I don't know what my brain's doing today. So you get very good neck. Thank you, V-Doggo. Appreciate it. Okay. I think we should start with the mansion. Now, if you were here for the last episode, we had one mansion that just absolutely blew everything out of the water. However, even though it blew everything, including itself, out of the water, there is an improved version of that mansion, and I have been lucky enough. Awful Gamer, excuse me.
Happy 2 months, it's cast reveal.
Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate that, Awful Gamer. Very, very kind of you. Stop giving Twitch your money. I've had enough of this bull fucking shit. But Awful Gamer, thank you. I appreciate that. There was an improved version of this mansion, which I've been very lucky enough to have been sent by the elected creator of our mansion for the 2nd season in a row. I don't even think this is a shock to anyone. But Cicada, for the 2nd season in a row, has created the mansion as voted in by...
We doing bits?
We're not doing bits. We're revealing a cast. It's very different. We're not doing fucking bits. Had enough of this bullshit. Stop it. So Cicada created this incredible mansion. They did something very different to a lot of the other mansions, which is to take the 2-story building, but make it appear and seem like a 1-story build. Which honestly, I hadn't thought of doing that. I think it's fucking smart as shit. So as you can see here, as we go down, this build is incredible. It is custom to Gobby's next model using the shell. It has these extra Gobbies, like it's fucking exceptional. It's fucking exceptional. And the fact that this stood out against the incredible other mansions that were built is a little fucking wild to me. Like a little fucking wild, because I reckon this season was the strongest mansion submission season we've had. So that's fucking props to you. Like props fucking to you. As you can see, the build is absolutely beautiful. The build is also very custom. What the fuck? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. We were here. Fucking stunning. Not the photo, the design, but this also very fun. Now, as you go down, we've got these beautiful rooms. But if you have a look here in the background of the garden, what we were missing in the actual mansion tour were all of the past winners on the freaking wall. Every single past winner on the wall. Are you actually kidding me? Look at it stretches the whole thing. So fucking impressive. So impressive. And of course, because it had a limit to certain adjusted photos or like non-CC but also non-base game photos, they weren't able to actually submit it. But because I was selected, I was like, Cicada, come on, let's do it. You put all the effort in, let's do it. Let's get this thing. And so we've got this. And as you can all see, I've decided that this season is going to be set in Sulani. Now, the reason I've set it in Sulani is because it's a little isolated where I've popped it, but also it feels very Oasis-esque without necessarily being in the desert, because we've had a similar-esque vibe with Strangerville. So I didn't want to go from Strangerville and then to a non-desert place and then straight back to a desert place. So I figured that this would be the best place to put it. And also I think it's going to pose quite a decent challenge to the models in terms of being distracted by the ocean and by the surrounding areas, right? So I'm hoping that that's going to throw the models for a little bit of a loop, considering I don't think people were really anticipating that this would be set in Sulani. I'm always trying to subvert, all right? Always trying to subvert. Now, speaking of subverting, speaking of that, I think it's time that we have a look at our photo shoot backdrops. Now, we obviously toured them, but unfortunately, we only have room for 10 photo shoot backdrops, which proved to be very fucking challenging, because every single backdrop that was submitted was unique and it was different and it had a great color palette. And I could only get rid of a couple of them, which I was sitting there going, oh, I'll just have 14. However, that is going to leave some backdrops unseen throughout the season, which makes me feel even worse than certain backdrops not being cast, if that makes sense. So what I've tried to do is pick backdrops that have the strongest story, whilst also balancing the fact that certain creators who made backdrops are also in the cast. So I didn't want everyone that was in the season as a model to also be with the backdrops, but I also wanted to make sure that I was getting different colors, getting different vibes, different levels of cluttered. It was a lot of it's a lot of balancing. It's a bit of a balancing act. So we're gonna start. Oh, you know what? Actually, yeah, stuff it. Let's do it like this. Let us do it like this. This will be fun, I think. Now, if I go to, I believe it's here. Oh no, did I get rid of it? No, I got rid of it. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, never mind. Fuck, that ruins my whole thing. Never mind. Okay, I was gonna do it with the wheel, but I can't because the wheel would reveal the screen behind it as well. Okay, never mind. We're gonna go in order, apparently, of... Let me filter this by... Oh no, let me sort it by name. There we go. We'll go in alphabetical order. So up first, the first backdrop for this season is... A day at... And now she fucking decides she wants to work. Now she decides she wants to work. Oh, well, I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit bloody annoyed. Yeah, nah, see, that's just really peeved me off now. That's really peeved me off. Yeah, that's better. Wonderful. Love that for me. Is A Day at the Cemetery by the wonderful Mystical Quinny. Now, in the season, this will have a red downlight, but I loved the simple black background with a texture over top, but also this fucking skeleton got me good. I think that is going to be very funny and also very difficult for some of the models to stand out against with a photobomb in the background. That presents a new challenge because you not only have to compete with the background whilst working with the background, but also compete against the clear star of the show. The clear star right here. So a massive congratulations to Mystical Quinny. Oh, Savvy, you're really going for it today, honey. She's got zoomies galore. So congratulations again to the beautiful Mystical Quinny. And now we move to our next backdrop. Now I am moving through this with a bit of gusto. The next one was a very, very unique concept, which absolutely made sense to have within the show because there wasn't really anything else like this. So, the next photoshoot backdrop is... It's a motherfucking window into life created by Cookies Are a Catherine Food. I loved this concept. There was nothing quite like this. I think it is beautifully done. I think it is very unique. And I like the fact that it has multiple different color palettes in here. All right? You've got the beautiful blues. You've also got the lovely sort of beige creams, whilst also having the brown. There's a lot of different stuff in here. Savvy, what are you doing? You're having a fucking party up in there. She's fucking shit up in that storeroom. So this was very, very unique. I really, really enjoyed this. And yet there is more. And yet there is more. The next photoshoot backdrop that we have, again, I don't want to linger too much on these because I don't want you to see every detail so that during the season you miss a lot of the details. I don't want that to be the case. I want there to be still surprises. The next backdrop, which I absolutely could not say no to, is, hang on, let me get this actually up and ready to go. And hopefully the image will actually load. It did. All right. I'm really excited about this one. This was one of my personal faves. Unfortunately, this creator submitted multiple and I wanted both of them, but I didn't have fucking room, which pissed me off. The next backdrop is Church Secrets by Naya. Now, Love this. Love the story that the place with the most secrets is organized religion. It makes fucking sense. It makes fucking sense. It's organized religion. Loved this backdrop. Loved the color palette. The browns, the gold, the bronze. Loved. If you haven't as well, please go and check out Naya's other builds. Fucking great. And also Z, please enjoy your dinner, lovely. Enjoy. This backdrop, fantastic. Love the color palette. And again, I don't want to give away all of the secrets. So, the next backdrop that we had, I mean, somewhat fitting, but also, you know, is Crystal Girlies by Z, who has literally just gone off to dinner. So Crystal Girlies, the reason I really liked this, and the reason that this particular backdrop beat out quite a few others, is because of the color palette being so different to some of the others. This has this light blue, this kind of teal-esque, everything is really bright on a season where there were a lot of dark backdrops. So I liked this because I knew there was going to be contrast. I knew it was going to be slightly different and pose a challenge to the models who maybe are really, who will do quite well. Jesus fucking Christ. Really hot. Barnes is about to scold me. 3, 2, 1.
Not me missing an hour of stream. Also Aaron, I don't want to hear about where I'm sending my money to. Just accept my love and kindness and move on. Love you so much. Your streams bring so much joy into my life that I can't imagine my life without them. Less than 3.
Well, I can't fucking yell at you for that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Happy 32 months. What the fuck? 32 months. That is absolutely wild. How many fucking years is that? That's almost 3. I didn't have to do maths. That's almost 3 fucking years. Barnes, thank you. I really appreciate that. And you know what? Fine. I will not yell at you. So yes, I like that this is going to contrast a lot of the backdrops we have in the season. Now, next up, let me go over here. Now, the reason I also picked this is because I thought the color palette was absolutely fantastic. And we have a second creation by Z with Dark Academia. Now, I love the red/maroon tones. I loved the images. I liked the framing. I thought this one was another really, really great option with another color palette we don't have an awful lot of. Although we have a lot of dark, this is a very, very kind of deep red, maroon. I don't know if burgundy is the right word for it, but the color palette as well. I wanted to make sure that each of the backdrops looked as unique as they possibly could next to each other. So in case we get 2 or 3 of them back to back, that we're not doing the same color palette on every single photo shoot. That's kind of really what it came down to with this season, was color. Do we have other backdrops with a similar color palette? Not quite. Okay, well then we really do need to have this one in there, just to make sure that there is some sort of contrast, as opposed to everything being kind of black, if that makes sense. I don't want it to just be one color palette in the background. I'm rambling. The next photo shoot backdrop that we have is sorry, I was just adjusting things. It is the fan favorite, voted in Grandma's Basement. You'll love this. I see why you loved this. I also enjoyed this. We have another photobomb moment. It's dirty, it's grungy, but it has lots of different color and lots of different elements that I think could work for or against the models, because there's so much going on. If the model is not able to really bring the focus to them, this backdrop is going to overpower them. Which is a very interesting concept, because if they do fade into the background, That's not a fucking great idea, you know what I mean? A fashion pose down here would slay. I can actually see Bubble, the sad one where they're like, I can see that really fucking working. Yeah, I can see that working quite well. So then the next photo shoot that we have, oh my God, the fact that, okay, anyway, Aaron, don't give away too much. Don't give away too much. This is the second time this has happened thus far, is another Proddy Babe creation. So this is Grandma's living room, the thing that happens above the basement. Now, the reason I liked Grandma's living room is because it has a story connection with the basement, which will come in very handy. I'm not going to say why just yet, but if you're here at the end of stream, you'll work out why story is so important this season. And each photo shoot has been selected with story in mind. That's all I'll say. So this one, I liked that it had some light yellow tones. It had a couple of blues, but for the most part, it looked very normal. This backdrop, you could see this in a house. You could see this in Grandma's house. And I liked that because there's a lot of strange things happening this season, more to be revealed later. Next up on our backdrops is a complete departure from what we've seen thus far with the backdrops. Introducing, oh, drum roll please, thank you very much. Secret fountain created by Cicada. This is a total departure from the other ones we've seen. It is very minimal, it is very simple, but it is very, very effective. There's a lot of clutter in the other photo shoot backdrops, which is fantastic because it gives your eye a lot to look on. But with this completely contrasting all of the clutter, that's a whole other challenge for these models because there's not a lot of different things in this backdrop to really help them. I would consider this backdrop challenging because you don't have much to work with around you. And what you have around you is so simple and so beautiful. If you don't amp it up yourself, that backdrop's gonna draw your eye more than you are. So we are down to our last two photo shoots. Now this one I really enjoyed. Again, very different vibe and a totally different concept. We have, oh Bubble, I couldn't agree more. Secret Gaming by Mind of Jessie. Different green vibe, different energy. You've got one side that's very busy and one side that's very simple. So a lot of the poses that will require extra angles, it's going to depend on which angle works best as to whether you get a quiet background, being this one, or a busy backdrop, being this one. So I like the fact that in this particular week, different models would kind of have different sort of backgrounds. And it could either work for them in that they get to choose which one works best, or it's going to really throw them under the bus.
Fuck off.
Earth L18 smile kiss kiss Pookie Gobbies one small bean.
Angel, if I see that image one more fucking time, I'm going to lose my shit. And also Jess, hello Queen Maple, how are you doing my love? Hi Shiz, what's going on? Sheridan's feeling some type of way. So last but certainly not least, let me go back to this screen. We have a mystery. Now the reason that this does not have an image is because Spin the Wheel is a very, very, very big part of the Gobby's Next Top Model mystery. Some of you will remember, spin the wheel, some of you may not, but it was created by Lou02. It was absolutely fucking fantastic. And this, alongside a lot of other things, has inspired an interactive element of Gobby's Next Top Model this season, which, at the end of this stream, I will reveal. Which brings us to the end of our photo shoot backdrops. So congratulations to everyone. Congratulations to everyone who submitted, by the way. This was a fucking difficult choice. Y'all made it very hard this season. And there are a lot of amazing photo shoot backdrops that I would love to see again that could easily have been in this season, similarly to the models. I don't know whether y'all are going to be mad at me this season, but I have broken one of my rules, which I did not anticipate doing, to be honest. And I'm a little shocked that I managed to contain myself because there were 3 other models that I wanted in this season. All right? There were 3 other models that I wanted in this season that I was trying to work out a twist to have 3 extra models in a season. 3 extra models. Bubble, I know it's shocking. I really hope you can forgive me. But I'm not going to beat around the bush, team. I think it's time that you all meet the models. It's showtime.
Ooh, girl.
You're in for a treat.
Is this the intro?
I think this is the intro.
Wait, the intro to what?
Gobby's Tip
Next
Tip.
top model. Gobby's.
Yeah.
Next top.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gobby's Next Top Model.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
10 contestants, 1 crown. Who will take home the grand prize? Let's find out.
Who will it be? Is it me? Yes, please. I am the next top model.
Are you ready to meet the model? Alicia Chow, Aquamarine, Tina Bog, Byron Parks, Elise Wolf, Frankie Michaels, Garnet Gloom, Car Kim, Layla Lowe, Loose Ipa, and Smashing Belinda. Gobby's Next Top Model is all about diversity, inclusivity, and celebrating the world that we see around us. We want to uplift, we want to encourage, and we want to celebrate everyone, everywhere. So kick back, join in, and let's crown
Gobby's next top model.
What a fucking cast. This is hands down. This was the most difficult cast to actually come to a consensus on because, guess what? No one could fucking decide. Not a single person could fucking decide. We had multiple models being picked by multiple judges, being picked by multiple Patreons. The amount of juggling that I had to do because I was like, oh, hang on, if they've all picked this person, then who actually is going to be considered the one who picked it? And then we've got to move it around. It took a fucking week. It took an entire week to get everyone's answers, to get everyone's thoughts. Like, it was so fucking difficult to actually cast this season that there was a point where I said, I'm just going to put fucking everyone in there because we can't fucking decide. All right? We can't fucking decide. Maybe give us options next time. Bubble, you had all the options. That was the problem. You had the free reign. You had the free reign. And with that free reign, you all went, fuck, shit. So we're gonna, what has happened here? Excuse me, thank you. Thank you, unbelievable. My cord was just being real upset. So we're gonna go through each of these models, have a look, have an introduction. As you can all see, there are a lot of graphics. There was a lot of planning. I revamped the entire trailer. I'm not sure if anyone noticed the distinct absence of yellow within the trailer. So there was a lot of stuff that had to be done for this week. So not everything was done for this stream like I would have liked. However, I am going to take next week's stream off of Gobby's Next Model stuff to make sure I have everything prepared for the season. I don't want to start the season and not have everything kind of ready to go. I want it to be at a certain level and I want it to be a certain quality. So I'm not about to present you all with just kind of a half-finished product. And I'd rather take the extra week to work on it rather than stress myself out to the point where next stream is not fun because I'm so stressed about how much time I had to spend getting assets all worked out when I only have about 8 hours in my week to work on this stuff. So we're having a little look-see. Let us start with Alicia Chow. So Alicia was created by Astro Ali, she, her pronouns. We're going to go through their character info. Then I've also done a portfolio where we can kind of get a little gist of some of the different vibes that Alicia has. Also, that should 100% be this. Fantastic. Actually, it might be easier. Oh no, that's, yeah, that's it. It is what it is. So, and also probably the page link is only for Patreon members. So the page link itself, I won't be able to post it because it is for Patreon members only. So here we have the beautiful Alicia Chow, created by Astra Ali with she, her pronouns. Let me also do this. That we can, there we go. They're a young adult. They were actually one of my picks. I can't get into exactly why I picked them because it's going to reveal too much, but their traits are loyal, evil, and geek, with their aspiration being computer whiz, category is knowledge, which means they're a quick learner. That's going to help them in the skill challenges especially. We have this lovely portfolio. We've got a couple of very fierce looks and then some sort of lighter, brighter looks over here. And then we have their character bio. So, Alicia Chow, aka Whisper, lives a double life. She may look like a light, cheerful gal, but deep inside, she seeks vengeance. By night, she is using her tech skills to fight crime as a vigilante alongside her friend, Aqua Marine. Hashtag Gobby's Next Model will bring out both of her sides. Alicia and Whisper are here to shine. So everyone give it up for our first model, Alicia Chow. Where are my sounds? Alicia Chow absolutely fucking devoured. Now, the biggest emphasis that I placed on this cast, at least for the models that I chose, was story. Again, I'm mentioning a lot about story, but it is a huge part of this season and a huge part of how you can all interact with this season. Oh my gosh, hang on. Have I not put on? I haven't. What a silly me. What a silly me. Let me go to channel points and put our lovely Gobby's Next Model channel points on so that you can at least use your star systems if you do so want. Next up, we have the fan favorite, Aqua Marine. Now, Aqua Marine, let me open up all of this, was the fan favorite voted model created by Famey Queens using she, her pronouns. Aquamarine is a young adult, obviously was the fan favorite. They love the outdoors, they're a child of the ocean, and they're evil. Devoured. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. So, the aspiration is beach life, category is nature, and the accompanying trait is home turf. Now, I don't really recall any model really having this kind of combo of aspirations. And I don't know how home turf is really going to play out for the sim. So here is their portfolio. You can see we've got some lovely high-end looks with this haircut, some very classics, but then also some very mysterious looks over here as well. So let me read through Aquamarine's story. Aquamarine, known as Lily Waters, grew up by the ocean, Solani, where her parents were brutally murdered, spurring her transformation into a vigilante. Trained by a retired Navy SEAL and armed with advanced technology, she takes to the city's waterways to seek justice. Her mysterious partner Whisper specializes in hacking and investigation, helping Aquamarine uncover hidden criminal activities while keeping their identity shrouded in secrecy. So already you can see that there is a direct connection to the lovely Alicia Chow story. Next up we have oh, hang on. Aaron, you didn't even applaud. My goodness gracious, get your shit together. Unbelievable. So next up we have A Tina Borg, created by Mystical Quinny with she, her pronouns. So, A Tina Borg, also known as Tina. Let me pull this down here. She, her pronouns, as I've already stated. Young adult. Tina was one of our judges' picks. Now, something that I will add for next season is also the category of past winner pick. So 2 of our past winners also selected models, and I have popped them as just judges' pick for now because I don't like to reveal which judge picked who. I feel like it would create this weird unnecessary buzz of, oh, well, clearly there's favoritism, because there's not. Because I had to actually ask one of the judges to pick something else because one of them was already selected. So there was a lot of fighting for who was going to select each model because there were a couple that had 2 or 3 different kind of acceptance letters into the competition, which I'll tell you who those were when we get to them. So the traits here for Tina are that she is a maker, she's a genius, and she's also a geek. Again, we have the quick learner trait, which is going to help with the skill challenges, and we have a pretty fucking fierce portfolio here. Now, the reason I say it's a fierce portfolio is because Tina is a pretty blank slate when it comes to color. So when you pop a color, even a faded color like this on Tina, it really, I'm getting a call. No, I don't want to accept your call. I'm getting a really clear image with each color. Oh my God, why do I have to drag out for super important work meetings? Catherine, please enjoy your work meetings. I hope they go fucking fantastically. I'm sure you'll have time to look at these models. I'm sure you'll be fine. Also, yeah, who is calling me? Go away. Fuck me. Goodness sake. So, it's 2286. The year 2280.
Slay.
And most of the population is some form... No, fuck me. Stop calling. And most of the population is some form of cyborg. The same can be said for A Tina, better known as... Give me 1 second. I'm getting a third call. Give me 1 moment. I made a note on the weekend that I asked this particular thing. I said, please call me in the afternoon because I have work in the morning. They said, not a problem, we've made a note to call after 2 p.m. My clock says 10:27 a.m. And where they're calling from, it would be 9:27 a.m. Interesting. Very interesting. And also Supreme Rogue, yes, let me very quickly awkwardly smile. Okay, beautiful. So, however, through the past few years, Tina has secretly set out on a quest to slowly replace her inner and outer workings to be able to think, feel, and look more human. Now that her transformation is complete, she has entered Gobby's Next Model in the hopes of showing the world that it's okay to be a little human. We love the romance of the story. And as you can see, Tina's a pretty fucking fierce competitor. Very fierce competitor. So many secrets this season. I know, it's almost like it's a season of secrets. Ba-dum-ts, ba-dum-ts. So next up we have Byron Parks. Now, Byron is one of my picks for this season and is actually the bonus 11th model, purely based on the fact that I could not handle Byron not being in the season. So they're a young adult. They were one of my picks. No, Catherine, you leave me be. There is good reason. Good reason. They are paranoid, they're erratic, and they're socially awkward. They're a quick learner, so that's obviously going to help with the skill challenges as per usual. This is their portfolio. Now, I do also want to note that Byron has every single possible outfit slot filled. Every outfit is filled. So there are, I believe, well over 50 outfits that we could choose from. I believe that maths works out correctly. There's a lot of options for Byron. A lot of options, which I think is going to help them immensely. So, Gobby's Next Model Season 30, Can You Keep a Secret? Byron Parks, he, him pronouns. Did he find the secret to become alive again, as the last time we saw him was in the auditions for hashtag Gobby's Next Model Season 23. That was so long ago. Villains and heroes with his twin sister, Lucille. Or is this Byron Parks a great something nephew? And if nephew, what is he doing here? And if the original Byron Parks, why is he back? And how did he become alive again? The secrets do be secreting. I love this dip where you can't fully see their face. I do enjoy this. 8 categories, 5 outfits, 40 outfits. Still a fucking lot of outfits. So that is the wonderful Byron Parks, created by Zazzy Kitten, he, him pronouns. In fact, our only he, him pronouns this season. I believe our last 2 winners. Oh no. A blank they, them pronouns, I believe. I should double check that. I gotta double check that. Devoured. Now, next up we have Elise Wolf. Now, Elise was one of the Sims that lots of different people were fighting for. Elise was not only a judge's pick, a previous winner's pick, but also the Patreon judge's pick. So 2 different people. Question, why do we call her Elise Myers and Patreon? Yeah, I don't know how I managed to get that, but it is Elise Wolf. I don't know why I called her Elise Myers, but it is Elise Wolf. So, this was created by Mind of Jessie, with she, her pronouns. Young adult, as I mentioned, a previous winner's pick alongside the judges' Patreon, the Patreon judges' pick. Their aspirations are to be a world-famous celebrity in the popularity category with the gregarious trait. I don't know how this is going to go. But I'm very curious to see how gregarious actually plays a part in this season. Again, 3 beautiful portfolio shots and their character bio. 4 months ago, Elise discovered a conspiracy to fix #Gobby's next top model. Someone has been hacking the randomizer on the pose redeem wheel. Meeting dead end after dead end trying to bring down the corruption from the outside, Elise realized her only hope is to work the case from the inside. She must be careful that the others do not find her out and expose herself to whoever is behind this. Can she keep her secret and bring down the bad guy? I'm the bad guy. Duh. Okay, love that. So Elise Wolf has brought to the table that there is actually a conspiracy that someone has been very specifically hacking the randomizer on the pose redeem wheel. Story. So congratulations to Mind of Jessie and to Elise Wolf, who for some reason I thought was Elise Myers, for some reason. Next up we have Frankie Michaels, created by Devon Likes Sims. They, them pronouns. Devon was another model that multiple people were fighting over. Now, Frankie had not only the judges pick, but also a previous winner. So Frankie was another model that a lot of people really, really wanted in the cast. Frankie was also going to be one of my picks until the judges and a previous winner had already picked them. So I was like, well, great, that frees up a spot for me. Thank you very much. So you can technically consider Frankie Michaels to have 3 different acceptance letters to get into this cast. Very, very well done for Frankie. So they're a young adult. We ended up going with one of the judges' picks. I won't tell you who. They are a geek, they're an overachiever, and they are a goofball. Their aspiration is also gregarious. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out in the season, because we don't really have any aspects that rely upon your relationship, mainly because when we take photos with the Sims, the relationship builds anyway. So it's not really a fair indicator or part of the competition. However, if you do like the aspect of a relationship playing in to how a model is eliminated, you should absolutely go and check out Atheist Murder Manor, which is accepting submissions for their models until the 25th of November. So you have 5 or maybe 6 days to get your models in. Get them in. It's fucking great. Atheist Murder Manor. So here is the portfolio with Frankie. Frankie has the most endearing... I gotta show you one other photo. Hang on. I gotta show you another photo of Frankie that absolutely just, like, I nearly used this, but didn't want to kind of like do them dirty. Season Secrets, the cast, Frankie Michaels. I nearly used this image for Frankie. Look at the innocence in this fucking face. Look at the innocence in this face. So endearing, so cute. However, I wanted Frankie to be treated with the same level of slay as all the other models. Because I know they're going to pull out this kind of stuff in the competition. I wanted to make sure that in the lineup of headshots, it didn't look like Frankie's was a joke. I wanted it to be taken just as seriously as the other photos. And because I didn't have any other models that were doing faces like this, I wanted to leave it at this fierce headshot here. These ones. So, Frankie with they, them. Frankie spotted Frankie Michaels, who may or may not be the creator of the Simstagram account Gossip Sim Story. Exposing the secret lives of Willow Creek, Oasis Springs, and even Del Sol Valley's finest, rumor has it they exposed Judith Ward, who is secretly Catherine! What did Athie do? Athie, do not stand for this. When you are allowed back, that's right, Athie, you fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight in the chat. Fight in the chat. Fight in the
Patreon. Subscribe today. Subscribe. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today.
I'm like begging.
Roddy! Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today.
Do it now.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Oh my goodness! Please. Roddy, you have just made this season so fucking interesting. For those who do not know, Proddy, who has joined the Patreon at the judges tier, means that Proddy now has the same level of power as the panelist judges. Every episode that we have an elimination, Proddy will have their own column with their own scores. I'm so excited for it. You have no fucking clue. You have no fucking clue. This new page, I haven't shown any of you yet because I do want it to be a surprise, is going to be so fucking fun. Okay. Whew. Proddy, thank you for joining that level of the Patreon. What the shit? Thank you so freaking much. I really appreciate that. That goes to supporting this channel and this show so much. And I'm so excited for you to have your opinions and your voices heard on a full-on point scale. Full-on points. Oh, Proddy, I will send you your lovely welcome letter later today alongside some explanations as to how it's going to work for this season, which I'll send to all of our beautiful Patreon judges. Because as you all know, we have our Patreons who judge as a collective, and then our Patreon judges who each judge as individuals. It's quite an intense fucking power, let me tell you that right fucking now. So, oh, and for anyone who's like, but then can't you just pay to win? No, because as a Patreon judge, the first rule is that you cannot vote for your own sim, which is wild, considering two of our Patreon judges were submitted based on Patreon voting, even though none of the Patreon judges could vote for themselves. I love how this all works out. It's very romantic. So this is the wonderful Frankie Michaels and so many more. So be careful, babes, or you might be next. XOXO Gossip Sim, aka bye. This is gonna be great. Yes, Athie, everyone please go and check out Athie. They're fucking fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful human. Please go and check them out. So that is Frankie Michaels. Proddy, I'm so freaking excited to hear what you have to say this season. Oh, I'm very excited. Okay, very, very excited. So that was our lovely Frankie Michaels. Next up we have Garnet Gloom. Now, Garnet Gloom was actually another, if I remember correctly, kind of multi-chosen. So here's how do I describe this story to everyone? On the Patreon, both the Patreon judges and the Patreons as a collective chose models that were then already selected by other people. So it went to both of their second choices. both the Patreon judges and the Patreons had a tied second place. And both of them tied the exact same 2 models. So rather than doing a poll of, oh, okay, well, you got to pick one and you got to pick one, because they were both tied, because they were both the exact same models, I went, well, we've got 2 models that have both gotten the most scores and 2 slots to fill for each of the Patreons.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
I'm gonna put them both in. What the shit, team? What are you doing?
Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today.
I'm like begging.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Heather, thank you for the subscription. What the shit?
Subscribe today.
Please. Thank you. I really appreciate that. What the freak? I don't know what the free is, so I have to double check what that is. But Heather, thank you for joining the Patreon family. I really appreciate that. Hang on. I actually got to check out what this is. Hang on. Let me pull this over here. Let me go to this. Yes, I'm not 100% sure what this thing is. But alas, thank you, my love. I really appreciate it. Thank you for joining the Patreon. What the? Team, thank you so freaking much. What the shit? Very kind of you. Thank you. I love that the Patreon fam is growing. I love that the Patreon fam is growing. Free's like a follower. That must be a new thing they've added to Patreon. That's actually really fucking cool. I really enjoy that. Patreon's done a couple of updates that I've been very impressed with. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. So where were we? Garnet Gloom. So Garnet Gloom was created by Eclair, who is one of our Patreon judges, but as you all know, Patreon judges cannot vote for their own models and neither can Patreon members. That way, it's fair for everyone involved because no one can rig the system via any sort of pay to win. It's just not a thing. So, this was created by Eclair. Garnet uses they, them pronouns. Young adult, this was a Patreon pick. They are a slob, which actually is a very smart trait to have because you can really fuck up a lot of the other Sims by making the environment not great. You can make it a bit
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Cicada, thank you for joining the free over on Patreon.
Subscribe today.
I'm like begging.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today.
Do it now.
Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today.
Please. They're lazy at the moment. They're not doing nothing. They're lazy at the moment. Bubble, I love it. Every fuck. Ah, you're so fucking on it, Bubble. Jesus. Fucking. But thank you as well for the follow over on Patreon. I'm gonna have to check something. I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can set some stuff up for the free tier of Patreon so that you can at least have like updates on there. And also, Cicada, don't stress, my love. I won't put any sort of real name on anything if no one wants it there. If we get too many of those, we have to cut the song short to keep the stream moving. Oh, I don't know. It's kind of catchy and I kind of enjoy it. So then we have them as self-assured and we have Loves Outdoors, which is actually going to quite help, I think, with Solani and with the background.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
The background, what's it called?
Subscribe today.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
The thing.
Subscribe today.
I'm like begging. What's it called?
Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe
Backyard,
today.
that one.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
You know what, Catherine? It's just on
Subscribe
repeat.
today.
It's just on loop. And also, Jessica, thank you. I really appreciate that, lovely. I believe that'll be Queen Maple. Thank you, team. Thank you all for joining the Patreon. That's very sweet. I love you. Thank you. I love you all. What the fuck? Got to check out this new free thing. I didn't even know it existed, and here we are. So they are a quick learner, which is going to help with the skill challenges, as I mentioned. A really, really fun grayscale. Really fun because it's a grayscale with color. Very interesting. So their background story. Garnet Gloom with they, them pronouns comes from an underground dwelling tribe of gemstone Sims. Garnet, gemstone, you get it. They are on a secret mission to gather intel on the surface dwellers. Will Garnet be able to blend in, or will their occasionally odd fashion choices give them away? Hello, Pidgey. Come here. Pidge, what's going on? She's got real zoomies today. She wants to play so bad. She's so cute. So that is the lovely Garnet Gloom. Now, I also really need to pee again. So let me quickly pop us back over to this. I will quickly pee and I will see you all in just a second, but it is about to burst out of me. You can use this little moment as time to either go to the bathroom yourself, or maybe if you have medication you need to take or vitamins for the day, grab some water, grab a break from the screen, get up, stretch your legs, do all of that stuff, and I'll be back in just a moment. Neighbors in, oh yes. We attempted with Eliza pancakes, which didn't work out. Eliza escaped our clutches for now. We attempted with Jeffrey Landgrab, but we could not play chess with Jeffrey because, I don't know, Jeffrey's difficult. But unfortunately, Vanessa has just walked in to our humble abode. Now, Vanessa, you may be our best hope at getting a Grim into our mafia. Let's see if Vanessa will play chess. Stop. Who can say where the road goes? I can't believe this is actually... Oh, it's like it's from the forest. Okay. Oh no. Okay. I'm on the edge of my seat right now. I don't know if this is gonna work.
I'm about to burst.
Danielle is going to leave the room. This is not gonna fucking work. And then I am going to delete the door, which means that Vanessa is stuck in here. You are playing right into my hand, Vanessa. You're joking.
I'm not joking, bitch.
I don't want you to clean it. I want you to cook on it. Why are you cleaning it? In order to stop you from doing this, I'm going to take the chess set and place it in our inventory. So all you can do is cook. And now the waiting game begins. I've come across the realization they will not cook unless they become a household member. Now, I didn't want to end up adding them to the family. However, so long as I don't directly tell them to cook on the grill, everything they do is free will. So we've added $450 for having Vanessa and me no likey. We added $500. Yeah, me no likey. We're back down to our $10. I don't like that. And I don't want that to be how we make money because that's too easy. Murdering is a lot harder than that. We're gonna go with the murder. And now we just wait until Vanessa decides to cook. Oh, Vanessa, it looks like you're a little hungry. Would you perhaps like to cook on the grill?
You.
What is this? Grilling. Okay, so you do want to grill. So why don't you grill? Why does it disappear straight away?
You.
So for some reason, Vanessa does not end up completing the grilling action. She wants to grill, she desires the grill, but she just isn't grilling.
And there it is.
Oh my God, because we don't have enough money to grill anything.
Thanks a lot, you idiot.
We're too poor to kill someone. Okay. This requires a little rethinking. I am going to have to sell some things. If we had just kept the money we made from kidnapping Vanessa. Aha! With our extra money, I think it is worth investing in some security for our endeavors. A couple of small rugs would go a long way. I really hope Vanessa doesn't have a good cooking skill. It's poetic. Like it's poetic. Vanessa is about to go up in flames. Oh, Danielle's come to watch. Danielle's out. She's had enough.
I am leaving.
Vanessa, you look really scared. And I'm really sorry about that. I feel really bad about that. Rug is going up in flames. Come on, Vanessa. Burn, baby, burn. Okay, the fire is still spreading, but if Vanessa escapes this, I'm going to be very upset. I have worked very hard on my death chamber, and I would like you to perish. There's no way you're not already on fire. Don't play with me right now, Vanessa.
You.
You seem remarkably calm. Have you accepted your fate, Vanessa? It looks like you've accepted your fate. Okay, maybe that was a little cheaty, but I don't care, okay? I set everything up and she just needed to stand in the right spot. Vanessa, no, let me help. Here, let me fan the flames. There's a slight part of me that's like, ooh. I feel naughty. And now it's time for a tangent. Like when I used to play The Sims 3 when I was a kid, and I used to stay up really late and just murder everyone in The Sims. It was much easier to drown people in The Sims 3, much easier. Pull, wall, you're set. You know what? This is nostalgic for me. End of tangent. We need to be on the case pace, because as soon as that Grim Reaper shows up, we need to be on it. I think this may be the end for Vanessa and the start of our mafia. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, what happened to your finger? Vanessa, what happened to your finger? Why is it like that? Vanessa, talk to me. Why does your finger bend to the side slightly? I'm so sorry. Oh, this is a little bit morbid. I'm gonna have to get a screenshot of this because this will be really great for the thumbnail. It's a bit sociopathic, Aaron. Dead person on the floor, and I'm like, gotta take a photo. Gotta take a photo. Must take photo. All right, who won? Athie and Catherine? Because at the moment it looks like it's an ongoing battle, and I'm kind of here for it. I kind of love the fact that you two are really like battling the fuck out. I'll watch. Mom, they're fighting! And also Sarah, hello beautiful, how you doing? Always take the photo. If someone's in absolute peril, take a photo. Just take a photo. Just do it. It's what needs to be done.
Guess you're stuck here
And also,
now.
Amber X, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the House of Gabussy. We cannot wait to corrupt you, or if you already corrupted you, are in the right place. Welcome in. Lovely to have you here. All right. So next up, after Garnet, we have the fantastic Ka Kim, created by Bugaboo. A Bugaboo. All right. They, them pronouns for both Bug and Ka. Young adult, Ka was one of my choices for this season as well. They are creative, they're adventurous, and they're cheerful. Another quick learner, so another skill challenge. Adept kind of sim. Their portfolio was very impressive. Now, one of the big reasons I wanted Ka Kim in the season is because the fashion on Ka was unbelievable. Very high end, very chic. So chic. So, casting file, Ka Kim, 24. They, them. Their passport is from Cambodia, but so far, we don't know much else. They speak in clear, clipped sentences that aren't long enough to even have a melody. Hang on. Oh, wow. When we asked what they would do with their winnings, Ka asked why it was any of our business. Fair. Harsh. But fair. Story. 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 So that was the wonderful Ka Kim. Next up we have Layla Lowe, created by Z. Now, y'all know that Z has created some of my favorite models. Motherfucking Belladonna. Absolute icon. Runner-up of season 28. Absolute icon. So, Layla Lowe, created by Z, she, her pronouns. Young adult, Layla was one of my picks. They are romantic. They're neat, which is not going to work with a slob, and they're loyal. And also, Devin, that is not my information to reveal, but I did eventually work out who the parents were. I did cheat, but sometimes in order to learn the best information, you have to do the dirty work. You know what I mean? Another quick learner, so another model that is going to hopefully do quite well in the skill challenges. Their portfolio is fucking divine. Absolutely fucking divine. So meet Layla, a 28-year-old no age chap, woman who hails from a rich tapestry of cultural backgrounds. Layla's diverse background extends to her passions and talents. By day, she works as a cryptographer, unraveling intricate codes and safeguarding classified information. By night, Layla is an accomplished dancer, often performing at local clubs and international dance festivals. Hashtag Gobby's next top model. Story. 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 So now we are down.
Stop it!
Hannah. Absolutely not. Hannah, you know better than this. I know that you know better than this. This behavior is absolutely unacceptable. Thank you. Thank you. What the freak? To the gifters? Thank you. What the fuck? Fucking hell. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And Elm, enjoy the subscription. And Twitch as well. Twitch, enjoy the subscription. Elm, have fun. Have fun with the emotes. Have fun with the emotes. So this is Loose Ifa. Now, Loose was created by Cookie Zero Catherine Food, another one of our Patreon judges, who again is not allowed to vote for their own model. She, her pronouns. Young adult. They were the other model that the Patreons could not decide on. I like when you yell at me, Hannah. Hannah, don't excite me like this. Oh. So they are a genius. They are creative. And they're also evil. I'm curious to see how the dastardly trait from the aspiration actually comes in handy on this season. I'm not sure if it will, but if it does, I'll be very curious as to in which way. So, Luce has quite a backstory, which is very important for the mystery. So how did this angelic creature, she, her, arrive on Gobby's next top model? Well, it's a very long story. You see, once upon a time before time, there was a being. Depending on the origin story you believe, this being was occupied with the creation of all things. What doesn't get told in the stories is that this being had a companion. And the companion, perfectly reasonably, started to get fed up with being ignored. So she made her plans. She got away, narrowly escaping the grasp of the original being, although that left a few nasty marks. And she discovered that being ignored for an immeasurable length of time results in the development, frankly understandable, resentment. So Luce decided to bring her many and varied talents to hashtag Gobby's next top model and see what chaos she could create. Oh, and Luce knew the original being's son had his own moment in the Gobby's next top model son, so she was determined to outdo him, because that's just the kind of being she is. Can you blame her? Story. It's going to become very important. Very important. And last, but certainly not least, we have Smashing Belinda. And Angel, yeah, I'll leave it for you, Angel. You can reveal to the world who Jupiter's parents were. Because honestly, it was quite slay. It was quite slay. Next up, we have Smashing Belinda. Now, motherfuckers, I need y'all to know how stunning Smashing Belinda's headshot is. Motherfucking look at this. Are you joking? Look at this fucking face. Are you devoured? I couldn't say it any better myself, V-Dog. It's almost like that voiceover was me. And also, Jack, please enjoy your lurk. Thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. And enjoy your meeting. I hope the meeting is fantastic. Slay. Like, this is just, I cannot. The actual colors on their face, divine. So this is Smashing Belinda, created by Athie. She, her pronouns. Young adult. Judge's pick. I'm not saying who. The traits are romantic, self-assured, and outgoing. They are also the second model with the dastardly trait from the aspiration. Again, I don't know how that is going to fare in this competition. A fucking stellar portfolio, stunning portfolio here. The story. Did you know that Skull Crusher Brenda has a sister. I want to see if I can find... Hang on. I want to see if I can find Skull Crusher Brenda. Which season? I feel like that was in Heroes and Villains. Which might have been season 23? Yeah, I feel like it was season 23. Should be in series 4. Nope. Wait, it wasn't like ages and ages ago, was it? The Weird and Wonderful, that actually would have been... No, wasn't that season? Oh my gosh, why can I not find it? There's no way it was all the way back in series 2. Weird and Wonderful, what season was that? That must have been ages ago. Oh no, here she is. Here she is. There she is. There she is. She was in the Veterans season. That makes sense. That makes sense. So this was our Weird and Wonderful season. This was a stellar cast. This was exceptional. Exceptional. I mean, look at the fucking... These are the winners. You had... I cannot. And then you had Skull Crusher Brenda, who was such a fierce third place. Such a fierce third place. That was a great season. That was a really great season. That was a fun season too. Like they literally lost to the double winners. This was a double win between Krispy Kreme and Vespa Serenity. The fact that the only reason you didn't make it past top 3 is because the top 2 were winners? Wild. Wild. Anyway, spoilers. So, did you know that Skull Crusher Brenda has a sister? No? Well, that's no surprise given the dastardly betrayal committed by Belinda when she ran away with Brenda's fiancé on the day of his wedding to Brenda. We don't talk about Belinda. Drama! So that team is the absolutely fantastic cast of season secrets. Let me see if I can pull up the wonderful... Where is it? Cast reveal. So many folders. I'm just so organized. The fantastic cast of Gobby's Next Top Model secrets. This was a bit of a tricky one to hold, to act, oh no, oh spoilers I guess, to actually hold as a secret because I was very, very, very much dying to reveal this as soon as possible. I genuinely see each of these models being crowned as a winner. That's going to make this very, very challenging because I think that every single elimination is going to be pretty fucking heart-wrenching. But I also think that the Wheel of Chaos this season is going to really throw the models off their game. I think there's a lot of elements this season that are going to really come into play. Now, the main thing I want to discuss before we continue, because we do have some other things, is that the scoring system for this season is slightly different to previous seasons. Now, one thing I've added to Gobby's Exit Model over the last maybe year, I would say, is the addition of lots of different ways for the models to earn points, which has been fantastic.
I'm about
Salty!
to pop the fuck off.
I see such talent in this stream series, time and time again,
Yeah, that's
and
because everyone's really creative, okay? Everyone's really good at what they do in creating Sims, and it makes my job very difficult. Very difficult. But Salty, thank you. I appreciate the sub for 29 months, but you're not allowed to sub, actually. It's against the rules. Sorry. But it's against the rules. Fuck, I'm really sippling on my waters today. So over the past couple of years, couple of months, I've been adding lots of different ways for models to earn points. We've added the panelist judges, we've added Patreon, we've added Patreon judges, and we've added now for this season, the bonus point system. Let me quickly, where is it? So we have the random bonus point. Ding ding, random bonus point. And we have, where is it? Where is it? Show me. And we have the other ding 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 bonus point. Bonus point, which now means that at certain points throughout the episode, you can also add points. However, what this has done is it's actually taken away a lot of the importance of the actual photo shoot
I'm
placement.
about to pop the fuck off.
mummy oh mummy.
Coffee? Did she just say mummy mummy? I think she needs to read. That says mummy, please mummy. Honestly, get it right. Coffee, thank you for 26 months. Team, stop. Stop subscribing. Stop it. You're giving Twitch your money. Ridiculous. Coffee, thank you. I appreciate it. So what it's done is it's actually taken a lot of the emphasis away from the model placements, which is very, very important. If you want to think about it in like the terms of RuPaul's Drag Race, it's like RuPaul saying, wow, you won the challenge, but then someone else that week earning more points because everyone else thought something different. So I've readjusted the points ever so slightly so that the actual photo shoot placement is worth a little bit more. Let me actually pull up exactly how much it's worth, because as you all know, I'm not trying to hide anything. So let me go back to this, go to my beautiful guide video, which I am also working on. Beautiful. Oh, wait, hang on. No, it's not in the script. It'll be in my actual breakdown of the scoring system, structure of scoring. There we go. So instead of the winning photo being worth only 2 points more than the, you know what? Let's take a tiny step back. The structure is ever so slightly different from what you've seen in previous seasons. So let me actually pull over to this. So this is my little helpful thing. So the panel judges, the Patreon judges, and the Patreon points are all worth the same. However, what you'll notice is that there is no longer a top 2. Instead, there is a high placement. Now, typically, there will still only be 2 models in that high placement. However, there may actually be times where there are less models in the high placement and more models in the high placement. That's going to depend on a couple of factors, which I won't get into now, but it's not as rigid as only having 2 or that it must have 2. If there's a week where I don't feel any of the models actually fulfilled a high placement, they will not be put in a high placement. And if I feel that there is absolutely a model who deserves to be there, I will put them there. If that means that there's 3 high placements, then there's 3 high placements. This way, it's less of a, oh, you missed out because of the structure, and more of a, no, you did the work, here's your reward. You can also see that the scores are slightly different. So instead of the winner being worth 10 points, the win is worth 15 points, making it significantly more impressive than the high placement in terms of points. All right? And yes, Queen, there is limits, but I'm not going to tell you what they are. You'll just have to figure them out. So, if a model places high, they are not only 2 points away from the winner. They're actually 5 points, which is a very significant gap and is the only non-even score that you can get in this competition. The only non-even score. Everything else is even and most likely divisible by 2. Apart from safe with the panels, which is only worth 1, this is a huge jump. Huge jump. So, that's one of the big changes. I won't reveal all of the other little bits and pieces because that's for us to find out during the season. Oh God, Cicada, if I could work out how to do a Gobby Sector Model voting app, absolutely. That would be what I would substitute for the polls. However, I do like having the poll on the screen. It does help. So, oh yeah. Oh, crushed it. On top of that, we have some new screens which I would like to show you. I'm not going to show you all of the new screens, but I am going to show you some of them. So first up we have the brand new judges panel. Now, it's still a judges panel, but I thought it would be interesting to actually see the models while we're talking about the models. So instead of it being like, oh yeah, this person, and you have to just try and remember off the top of your head, you actually have images down the bottom. And then you've got obviously Leah and Bubble with our pronouns stated in our thing alongside a cute little image. So it might make it slightly easier. And of course, I couldn't update this That's not what I was after. This one without also updating this. So you'll see that these two are pretty interchangeable. That Leah, Bubble and I do not move, but what is underneath us does.
Who followed? Who was that?
No,
What was
Catherine,
that?
they will remain static. I won't be able to update them with the model's current photo shoots. I just already know that that's going to be so much more work than I can handle to do every single episode and then to like format all of that. So it will remain as those images. However, as they are eliminated, their image will fade to black. And also Brown27 Brandon, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the House of Gabussi. We cannot wait to corrupt you, or if you're already corrupted, you are in the right place. Welcome in. It's lovely to have you. Because yeah, I have to be realistic with what I can actually do each week, knowing that I have very limited hours to actually do any of the work. Because obviously with le job, I only have about 8 hours in a week to do everything outside of my regular work and also stream. So, limited time, but doing what we can with said limited time. You know what I mean? So these are two of the brand new screens, which I'm very, very excited about. And now the big fun reveal that I've been alluding to all season. All episode, I should say, all stream. There has been a lot of talk through the model casting, through the build casting, through this stream, through the backstories, that someone has been, actually cut the music, that someone has been tampering with the new pose wheel. I have consulted with the wheel, who has looked at its formula, and it can attest to the fact that someone has indeed been tampering with our new pose wheel. In fact, it is someone linked to this cast. And in fact, this cast has all been brought together to get to the bottom of who has been tampering with the wheel. However, I'm not going to be the detective this season. You are. Throughout the season, there will be little clues, little hints as to the mystery of who has been tampering with and hacking the wheel. Yeah, that's basically it, team. You need to figure out who's done it. So, who has been tampering with this wheel? I need to know. Now, I have created a storyline that links all of the models, all of the photo shoot backdrops, and the entire competition to this one mystery. Think of this as like an exciting storyline on top of the regular season. If you're not interested in the storyline, don't stress. Don't worry, you don't have to. All will be revealed at the end. However, if you really like a mystery, if you like saying, okay, this has happened here and I know this backstory and this backstory, so it could be this or it could be that, this is for you. You get to really pull this apart. You get to really have some fun with this. Now, I already know who's been tampering with the wheel. I already know. However, the models do not know that that's why they've been brought here. Do we get clues? Oh, yes, you do. Each and every episode, at the end of the episode, there will be a little clue dropped. A little clue, a little taste, a little morsel. I'm going to need an intimate interview with the Weem. They need to speak their truth bubble. They have spoken their truth and they said that someone has been very much flicking their little bits and pieces. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Again, if this is not for you, don't stress. You don't have to partake in it. But if you do like a mystery and you'd like to unravel a story that I have created behind the scenes, plenty of time to do it. And also, Brendan, you can call me whichever, Gobby or Aaron, I do not mind. You can't get closer to it than 5 miles. Oh, hot damn. My money is on the Granny Daddy Chibi, Danielle and Aaron. You think it's a team effort? Oh shit, you've already started. So team, with that mystery, the whole fun of it is that it's meant to be like a little element on top. It's not going to affect the actual competition. It's not going to change the order of anyone who's eliminated. It's not going to alter anything other than just having a little bit of a fun mystery on top of going, okay, and while I'm doing this, I need to look at all the stories, how do they link, and who's actually done it. And obviously at the end of the season, I will reveal the culprit, which I'm very excited about. So, I think it's, Devin, don't give it away. Devin, don't give it away. Don't give it away. Don't. And when we speak about Athie, don't. Oh my God. Wait, do I have a little? No, I don't. I have that, but I don't really want that. The culprit is Cicada. No, Catherine, no. Oh yeah. So yes, team, that is the meet the models. I really like that we had a lot of time to go through everyone. I really like that we didn't feel like we had to like really squish this into the first episode.
Almost.
Which means that the first episode, there's plenty of time to actually go through it, see all the models, get through a competitive episode without feeling like we need to do like 8 different things in that very first thing. Because, you know, you've got all the explanation of how Gobby's Next Top Model works. I don't think there's anything else I really need to update you on that sort of changed throughout. Let me quickly have a look at the little guide that I've written out. Yep. Most of you know about the star channel point system, which is the little stars as channel points that you can use to give your opinion on different models' photos that they've just taken. Oh, I actually should update you. This is gonna be a lot of words as opposed to actual graphics, but you'll see it as we go through. So the models each week are obviously judged. However, I have slightly changed the judging criteria. There's only one thing I've changed. However, the photos will be critiqued on composition, on storytelling, on their aura, and uniqueness. Now, aura is that indescribable feeling, that vibe. You just don't get good vibes from the photo, that's perfectly fine. That's part of the aura, part of the critique, as opposed to being yeah, everything's great about it, but I still don't like it. Yes, Salty, read aura, she's here, she's one of the judges. So yes, obviously we've learnt about the low, safe, high, and winning placements. That's all exactly the same. The photo shoot scoring, as you know, has slightly changed. The skill challenge is very much the same. Yes, that's very much the same. The bottom two is very much the same as well. Yep, the Patreon powers are very much the same. The channel points, obviously, yes, very much the same with the new additions of the bonus points. The Wheel of Chaos is also the same, but will be worth a couple more points than it was last season. I do expect there to be pretty much 2 Wheels of Chaos every season. I do think that that's possible. So we'll see whether that's actually going to go through. Okay, so the final thing that I've changed about the season is the grand finale. Now, obviously, it's not super important until we get to the grand finale, but it's probably worthwhile to have in our heads. Firstly, most congenial. The model who wins most congenial will be voted on by the Patreons. So Patreons get to choose the most congenial model at the end of the season. And as you all know, the final voting categories of the season have usually been very, very powerful, but also a little bit limiting. Usually we've just done overall performance, best photo shoot, and who you want to be the winner, your winner. I've decided that those 3 categories don't encapsulate the full sweep that we could actually be awarding at the end of a season. So, at the end of the season, not only you, as the viewers, will vote, but so will our judges, the Patreon, and the Patreon judges on each of the following categories. So there's still a lot of points, but each category is worth a couple less points and spread over lots of different things, so that it's not just one model dominating the whole thing, because one model would not fit each and every single one of these categories. So the first category is the strongest finale portfolio. You can think of that as the photo shoot challenge winner of the week. The second one is outstanding photo shoots. Who do you think has done the best in photo shoots throughout the season? Because granted, a model might have done really well in the first 6 weeks in the photo shoots, absolutely crushed it, and in the last 2 or 3, really fell off the bandwagon. Does that mean they shouldn't win? Well, no, because they've done outstanding throughout the photo shoots, so they would win that category. The next one is the best overall performance. who do you think did the best throughout the competition? Right? Who do you think performed the best, had a great track record, just overall the best performance? Then, who had the most enjoyable performance? Like, yeah, model number 3 absolutely crushed every challenge, every photo shoot. They were phenomenal. But I loved seeing that underdog who struggled for the first 3 weeks and then kind of did safe at the in the middle, but at the end has absolutely crushed it, and I loved that trajectory. So I found that to be the most enjoyable performance. Maybe it wasn't the best, but it was the most enjoyable performance. And then we have the strongest storyline contribution. There are some models who just create all the drama, all the buzz is about them, and are they the best at the photo shoots or the challenges? No. But every time there's a popular vote, do you keep them because you think they're good for story? Absolutely. So who do you think had the strongest storyline contribution? Who created the most drama? Who do we talk about the most? Who created the most tension in the house? Something that springs to mind to me is one of Quinny's models who actually struck another model with lightning. Not naming names, Sky. And then that was a recurring theme and joke throughout the season. That's a great fucking storyline. Then we have who is the most deserving of the crown? Who did the best? Who do you think did the best? You don't have to want them to win, but who do you think objectively did the best? Was it the person who won the most challenges? Was it the person who did the best in all the skill challenges? Was it the model who had the strongest story? Who do you think is most deserving of the crown? And then separately, who's your winner? Who do you want to win the crown? So the point of each of these different categories is it's meant to make you look at the competition and the models within it from a different angle. It's not just, yeah, they were the best. Okay, yeah, they did this. Yeah, they did this. There's a lot of opinion based in these questions, which means that lots of different people are going to think about it differently. It also is a very reflective time. Those awards, those final categories, gives us the chance to simultaneously congratulate the models for where they are, but look back at the last 8 weeks, which if you think about it, it's like 2 months worth of streams, right? To look back at those and say, okay, yeah, you did do that actually. Actually, no, you did really well at the beginning. I mean, you suck now, but you did really well at the beginning. So I really enjoy those categories. Obviously, the patrons will vote on those categories the week leading up to it. And then if one of the models who's won a category is eliminated before that very grand final, it'll go to the second place for all of those. So I've got it all worked out. I've got it all thought out. Like I said, team, there was a lot of behind the scenes that you all haven't seen yet. So very excited about all of that. So yes, those are kind of the biggest updates for this season. Other than that, I really want you to just sit back and enjoy it. Gobby's Next Door Model is not something you should be stressing about. Don't worry about the intricacies. Don't worry about, oh, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? Guess what? I've worked it out. Don't stress. You're meant to enjoy it. The stress, that's for me. All the ridiculous graphics and all of the too muchness, that's for me to stress about. Don't you worry. You just get to enjoy. You just rock up and enjoy. And then also stress that your favorite's going to leave. But also, just enjoy. Just enjoy. Just enjoy. So team, I've got a lot of shit to prepare. Like a lot of shit to prepare for each and every single one of these models. But also the season itself, there's just a lot to do. So I'm going to go and do that. Because I want this to be ready. I don't think I'll have enough time this week to get everything done. So I'm thinking it may be best to say that next week is a non-Gobby's Next Door Model stream, and then the following week we start the season. However, if I manage to get the stuff done that I want, it'll be next week. So it's touch and go. It's touch and go. We'll just see how it is. We'll just see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll just see what happens. Speaking of seeing what happens, Oh yes, I've already said that. I have my little list of like things, points I wanted to make today. Look at me go. Look at me go. Yeah, that's great. Again, if anyone is watching, and also Faber, welcome in. If anyone is watching on YouTube, feel free to go and check out these that are filmed live over on Twitch. Obviously, as you can see via the chat here, very interactive. There's lots going on. And if you haven't watched a Gobby's Next Model season before, hopefully by the time that the season is live, I will also have a guide video, which is, it'll be helpful because it'll actually guide you through what all this is, but with a step-by-step. And if you're watching over on Twitch, which you are here, hello everyone, feel free to go and subscribe to the YouTube in case you miss aspects and you want to go back and watch them, but also so you get to just like have a place where it sits and it's not deleted off of Twitch, which it usually happens. And also Ryan, hi Ryan, welcome in. How are you doing? What else was I about to say? I've forgotten now because a beautiful human Ryan has entered the chat. That's really annoying, Ryan. Come at a less annoying time. Oh, ridiculous. And Elm, here is the socials link. God, look at me go. But there's also a lot of stream upgrades that I'm planning to do before. Yes. I'm sorry, do you happen to know if I can download a kit on Steam, even though I have all my collection on EA app? Will it appear then? So Faber, if you click on something called Google, and you type your question into Google, they'll actually help you with your question. Because that's what Google is for. Oh, what? You thought this was just another raid? Think again, bitch. This is not your regular raid. But seriously, welcome to the House of Gobby. It's like so cool. You best be ready for high energy. Yes, go! He's a variety streamer. Ooh, yeah. Let's show this raid some love. Y'all better be spamming some emotes in this chat. Let the roasting begin! By the way, I'm gay. Petey, thank you so freaking much for the raid. What the hell? I appreciate that. Petey, team, if you're not going to check out Petey, please go and do so. Very, very, very fun Sims content. And today they're playing Fall Guys. Petey, how was Fall Guys? Did you get competitive? Did you rage? All right, it's okay if you did. You're allowed to rage. It's all right. But also for everyone who's coming in who hasn't met me before, hello, my name is Aaron, also known as GobbysGayming. I do things on the internet, and for some reason people watch it. So that is my synopsis. You're so welcome. If you're looking for a more in-depth synopsis, I recorded words and I will play them for you now. Hello everybody and welcome to... It's not gay enough. Yeah, squad, mama! Okay, too much. Welcome to Gobby's Gaming. The chair's turning by itself. All right, bye. My name is Aaron and I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I use he, him pronouns. And welcome to the House of Gabussy. Don't jerk my beef and tell me it's raining. Well, I do not need dental work. Cindy, the TV's leaking again. We're in a share house. A share. The minute you walked in the joint. Also featured, we have the gorgeous Sheridan. My beautiful small bean man. I know where that paws be. And my new Baba Savannah. You want to say hello? If you like what you see, feel free to follow the channel and join the House of Gabussy. We would love to have you. All right, apparently the chair's turning again, so love you, bye. Being gay is exhausting. All right, so before anyone asks any questions, yes, I do take art commissions. Yeah, that person's lying. I don't take art commissions. I don't know what they're on about. But also I need to update that because I'm not even gay. It's like embarrassing. Like I'm not even gay. Hi. Like what would give anyone that impression? I'm not even tip. I'm not even engaged. I'm not even hi. I'm not even, you know what I mean? And Lisa, of course, hello lovely. And Jasmine, hello lovely. But team, if you're not going to check out Petey, please go and do so. And for everyone coming in with Petey's raid, hello. It is lovely to see you. Let me see if I can welcome you all in. Gren, of course, hello lovely. Welcome in. Let me see. Elder Millennial as well, of course. Hello, welcome in. Outlaw Siam, welcome in as well. Red, welcome in. It's lovely to have you here. And Petey, if you need to go do all the post-stream stuff, please do not feel obliged to stick around. Please go and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Also, what time did you start? You must have started real early. You're a morning person. Oh, no. When you buy the LGBT tag that you aren't gay, yeah, I'm an ally.
A follow?
I'm an ally.
Wow, thanks so much.
Because I'm an ally. I'm an ally to the LGBT community. I love the LGBT community bubble. Yes. I start at 8 a.m. PD. I feel you. I'm a 9 a.m. starter, so that makes a lot of sense. 8 a.m. Oh, I used to start at 7 and that was a real mistake. I stopped doing that real quick. No, PD, I'm a Melbourne. I am a Sydney boy originally, so I grew up in Sydney. But no offense, I really hate Sydney. It's really not for me. Sydney's just really not for me. So I moved to Melbourne and then I moved out of Melbourne. And now I live nowhere near the city and I love it. It's really great. How dare you move and taking your awesomeness elsewhere? Petey, can I give you a little hint? Sydney didn't give a flying fuck that I left. They were like, oh, you're gone? Aww. Oh, she's dead? Aww. Aww. All right. It's my Wendy Williams. You're welcome. Later, lad, I must run. Enjoy. I shall return to the house of good pussy soon. Outlaw CM, please enjoy your run. I hope it's not an actual run because exercise is no. Sydney's loss was Melbourne's gain. Yeah, but then I left Melbourne as well. It was like, no, I just don't like being around people. I think people is the problem. I think it's just too crowded. Too many people around. So now I live out in the middle of Whoop Whoop and I fucking love it. No one lives here. No one lives here. It's great. It's great. I love it. I love it. But yes, again, team, if you're not going to check out PD, please go and do so. We just actually revealed our cast for Gobby's Next Top Model Season Secrets. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I think we need to play it again. Why not? Reintroducing the Gobby's Next Top Model Season Secrets cast. Y'all ready? It's showtime.
Ooh, girl.
You're in for a treat.
Is this the intro?
I think this is the intro. Wait, the intro to what?
Gobby's Next Top Model. Gobby's Next Top. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gobby's Next Top Model.
Oh my god, I'm so excited!
10 contestants. 1 crown. Who will take home the grand prize? Let's find out. Who will it be? Is it me? Yes, please. I am the next top model. Are you ready to meet the model? Alicia Chow, Aquamarine, Tina Bog, Byron Parks, Elise Wolf, Frankie Michaels, Garnet Gloom, Car Kim, Layla Lowe, Loose Ifa, and Smashing Belinda. Gobby's Next Top Model is all about diversity, inclusivity, and celebrating the world that we see around us. We want to uplift, we want to encourage, and we want to celebrate everyone, everywhere. So kick back, join in, and let's crown Gobby's Next Top Model. There we go. There we go. Let me turn the music back on so it's not awkward. Oh yeah, yeah. Crushed it. Love that. So yes, that was our cast. I love that I managed to get that done within a week. Love that for me. But I have a lot of stuff that I need to actually get done for the season itself. Like a lot of things. Lots of things. But yeah, if you were interested in any of this, we are also posting these episodes to YouTube. So if you've missed the model casting or the build casting, or you're interested in those processes, they're up on YouTube. And also this will be up on YouTube Wednesday, I'm fingers crossed hoping. So yeah. That's it. I love how in this season celebrating the world around us, we have a cyborg, a fallen angel, a black and white character, a blue character, and a bright red character. Catherine, I don't know about you, but I live in a fantasy fucking land. Speaking of which, I watched the Dungeons and Dragons film last night. That was one of the best fucking fantasy action adventure films I've seen in such a long time. Such a long time. I loved it. I could not rave about it more. I loved it. I was screaming, I was cheering, I was so excited. I loved the humor. I loved the action. The action sequences were done with, you can tell the choreographer fucking understood not only combat, but also Dungeons and Dragons. You got that they understood it. Oh, it was so good. Oh, it was so good. I really fucking loved it. And oh my God, the graphics were fucking beautiful. And the costuming! Oh, the costuming! Don't. Seriously, don't get me started. Costuming was so fucking good. Oh, so fucking good. Baldur's Gate 3 has made me want to play D&D so bad. I know. I really want to pull out Pussy Purr. She needs to make a comeback. They made them play a campaign before filming the movie. I fucking loved that. But you can really tell. I really enjoy that. I love that. Let me go back over to this before I get confused. So again, for anyone who's watching over on YouTube, feel free to join us over on Twitch or other socials. All those links will be down below. And for those of us who are watching on Twitch, >socials. Those are the socials. And if anyone hasn't, as you could see, our Patreon is growing rapidly growing. So please feel free to join the Patreon. It's again, a completely no obligation space to be. Do I still have the Patreon song here? It's got to be here somewhere. Is it here? Here. I have 60 seconds to convince you to subscribe to the Patreon, so start the clock. Go. Early access, Patreon voting, general support, community spirit. I could go on, but I'll just stop. Oh. Jake! You better subscribe to the Patreon. You better subscribe today. What? You better subscribe to the Patreon. You better subscribe today. I can't hear you. You better subscribe to the Patreon. You better subscribe today. You better subscribe to the Patreon. You better subscribe today. Did somebody say more perks? No? Fuck it. Weekly Patreon judging, voting power, model casting power, the power to select the theme of future seasons, as well as early access to season theme submission requirements, your name featured in YouTube videos and streams. You get exclusive behind the scenes GobbysGayming content. Great. Chill out. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today. I'm like begging. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today. Do it now. Subscribe to the Patreon. Subscribe today. Please. Well, that is our 60 seconds up. Have I convinced you? I fucking hope so. If you haven't, please feel free to check out the Patreon. And if not, that's totally fine. I'll just go fuck myself. Love that. So again, if you haven't checked out the Patreon, that is there for you. Again, it is a completely no obligation way to support the stream. But if you were wanting to either subscribe on Twitch, or if YouTube ever gets fucking monetized, because they make that super easy, Patreon's a great way to go, because you actually get things in return, you know? Opposed to me just like yelling at you, you actually get things in return. So yes, speaking of patrons, let me actually thank my current patrons, which again, I do need to update this. I know I've had lots of things on my to-do list to prepare for this season, but thank you to my gorgeous judges tier, Eclair, Jackie, Catherine, and Proddy, who is now joined. I'm very fucking excited. And thank you to all of the other Patreon members. If you are an existing Patreon member for quite some time and you haven't had a chance to transfer across to Safe, Top, Win, or Judges, please do so. You get a whole bunch of new merch and also the powers. You get the powers. The powers are the important part, right? That's what you want. You want the powers. You want the powers. So feel free to join the tier that you feel aligns with the power you would like to have, if you're so inclined. But thank you to my gorgeous Patreon members. I really do appreciate you, and you're the reason why this show continues to just like keep amping up the quality, and also why I keep investing the time. Know what I mean? Holy shit, Kylie, 100k channel points. What the fuck? That's very impressive. That is very, very impressive. I'm very impressed. I'm a little concerned for your well-being, having spent that much time with me, but still very impressed. All right, I don't believe there's anything else I have on here that I need to do, or anything that I need to say. Yeah. I think you've all nailed it. Well done. You've put up with me for X amount of time. Very nicely done, team. Let me see who we can go and send some love over to today. Again, very excited for this new season. I'm going to make sure I take my time to actually get all of the other elements correct. I don't want to rush through it. I want to make sure that you all have quality on your screens. One thing I will say is that during the filming of Gobby's Next Top Model, I will do my best to keep the episodes somewhat condensed. So I'm keeping in mind that these episodes are also going to be put on YouTube, kind of in perpetuity. So I don't want them to necessarily go on for 7 hours because I know that that's not really feasible for rewatch time. So if there are certain elements that you feel like I'm kind of moving through but maybe not spending a whole lot of time on, it's because I want to make sure that the show is enjoyable and almost like a television show. That's kind of the goal. These last 3 streams have been very sort of like relaxed and very like flowy and easygoing. The actual episodes are going to look a bit more like a TV show. There's going to be a bit more structure. There's going to be a little more setup, a lot more graphics. So if I miss certain messages, please don't feel like I'm like intentionally ignoring you. I'm just doing my best to make sure I get through a show and give you all like the entertainment, whilst also balancing and making sure it's not just me sitting there for 3 hours talking to you, because there'll be other times for that, I promise. There'll be other streams to do that. So let me see who is online and who we can send some love over to. Ooh. Okie dokie. Let me... Let's go to...
It's cause I missed ITR Gonza SDSLNG.
No! Absolutely not. None of this. I'll never forgive him for raising it as soon as I'd saved up enough for VIP. It's in my journal. And yet, Bubble, look at that little thing next to your name. Also, Independent Woman, we do not say sorry. We do not say sorry. You cannot be late to a stream. The stream is here for whenever you are free to watch it. Let me see. A lot of people are playing some very like odd games for their particular like channel. Like I'm looking at them and going like, why? Like I never thought I would see you playing that particular game. But alas, here we are. Okay. We are gonna go and raid this lovely human. I'm actually saving for that VIP redemption now. Stop it. I promise I won't change. I promise I won't move it. So we're going to go and send the love over to this lovely person. I don't know if we rated them last week, but we have rated them recently. We're going to go and send the love over to the beautiful, a little rusty. Thank you to my beautiful mods. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for keeping this space safe. Thank you for keeping it also safe. I say it again, safe and safe. Here are the wonderful raid alerts. Thank you all for the love and for hanging out today. I really fucking appreciate it. Really fucking appreciate it. There we go. What else was I about to say? Can't believe I'm still here, Angel. You are free to leave at any time. I took the shackles off you last week, you know? Took the shackles off you. Let us go and send some love over there. I'm going to pop you all on the stream ending. Thank you for hanging out. I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you. Goodbye. Happy Monday/Sunday night. Bye. Mwah. Bye-bye.